Hey guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Tiara, and this is the Listener Files. Galatians 5, verse 16 says, "So I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh." Trigger warning. In this video, I will be talking about masturbation. Viewer discretion is advised. So, what is masturbation? Well, it involves touching your own body until you reach a certain point. A lot of Christians tend to keep this particular thing quiet. However, I'm going to talk about it. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 12 says, "Everything is permissible for me, but not everything is beneficial." A lot of people will argue and say, oh, in the Bible, it doesn't specifically talk about this. However, that doesn't make it okay. Society says that it's a safe practice. It releases stress and it helps you sleep better. However, there are spiritual consequences. Now, hold on before anyone gets offended or anything. Let me talk about it. So, what are the consequences? It causes lust within your heart. So, masturbation involves mental fantasies, things that you watch, or objectification of others, which violates God's commands. Next is the erosion of self control. So, in Galatians 5, verses 22 to 23, it talks about mastering the body rather than being mastered by it, which is also in 1 Corinthians 6, verse 12. Spiritual compromise. Now, we are not just flesh, but we have a spirit within us as well. So, this act itself is forbidden, and it will separate you as a believer from spiritual purity, which is a big deal. Guilt and shame. Yes, a lot of Christians do not talk about this. They keep this to themselves. They don't pray on it. They don't repent. They don't talk to Christ. They don't talk to anyone. They just bury it inside and keep on dealing with it alone. And it is so important to speak with Christ about it, to pray on it, not just keep it bottled inside. Even if you can't speak to family, a close friend, or anyone from your church, just do your best to pray. Now, how do you conquer it? First is to avoid triggers. So stay away from anything explicit, whether it's images or videos. Next is to keep yourself busy. So try to fill your schedule with work, hobbies, or projects so you have less time to be idle. Change your routine. So when you do the same thing at the same time every day, try to modify that. When the urge hits, play a game, whether that's on your Xbox or any other game system. Take a short walk or put some ice down your back. Pray and talk about it. So, as I've previously mentioned, it's okay to speak to someone about it. You can get counseling, and there are support groups available. Psalm 46, verse 1 says, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." The fall may happen. So this video wouldn't be complete without me talking about falling. There are going to be times where the urge just takes over. And yes, it happens. And yes, God does give you grace. However, don't take advantage of that. Know that God is there always, and seek Him when you are going through this struggle. You will be okay, and you will get through this. Alrighty, guys, that is the end of today's video. And this one was really tough to make. However, I'm glad I could plant the seed. So I want you all to stay safe, keep praying, and I'll see you next time. Bye.